So there's code on screen, pause if you want to look at it at any length, but the part we're looking at here is, well, first off, not using it in combat, but really just the actual recovery. Again, it's not anything special. I could go more in depth, but because it's more kind of a taste of what, I was interested in, then, yeah, not really much else to speak on that point. However, I think at the time of this video, I have thrown in some messages here and there, so, yeah, I'll just leave that as that. And if you want to see the actual code I was using here, because I was also using test spells because I was running into some issues, which is why I'm using this remove spell EX unique, and it should work. For some reason it wasn't working earlier, but maybe I was just going crazy. So it's working now. So without further ado, yeah, just off we go. But as you'll see as well, I did update some art. Zektastic Exquisite Taste. That's going to be interesting. Well, it's a combination I don't want to do if I want to try and survive. I mean, it's survivable. It's just, yeah, it's going to be a bit of a trial to go through. So, without further ado, as we get into Zektastic Exquisite Taste, the first thing to note is, I can't show it to you because that's right, I haven't used it yet, so... Off we go. Oh, I really hope I got the monument, though. I forgot that I should set things sometimes as we get painting, household hell, goal, shuttle, and arms. Well, pretty much the three mysteries on the right, and then painting into household hell, it seems. Now, what do I actually want to do first? Probably shuttle? Yeah, probably shuttle. And off we go. Yeah, okay, this is the monument. Good. This character doesn't need a weapon. Again, overall, this character is actually a little above average. When I say, well, I use that tone of voice, but that's actually quite good. That this would be at least A+ tier, if not in S tier. If I follow my own, what am I trying to say? My own tier list that I made a long time ago. Max threat level school. Let's do that really quickly. But I should remember my investigation. This is a big reason why I fail a lot of my World of Horror runs. But if we get into an encounter, I can at least show you, and future Jordan can get the thumbnail. But, yeah, not really much else to say. If there's anything I got wrong, then I got wrong. Nice 12 roll on knowledge game. Try to slip that past me while I was getting my necessary information out. But, yeah, I mean, 11 into 12. So I failed... about 2 15%. Let's be nice and even say 2 20% in a row. Actually, that's worse. Yeah, 2 15% in a row sounds better, or is better, more lenient towards me. Anyway, moving on. So, yeah, the balance of this character overall, if I were to release the mechanic, because again, this character is made by someone else, yeah, not really much to say on that front. It's very powerful to be able to do actions that, especially damage an enemy, but really anything else that would be advantageous to you, like recovery, before you take damage, basically. That, not really much else to say. It should be self-evident as soon as I get into a boss mystery. And I'll show you exactly what I mean. Now, it's not the most powerful thing. I think I would still rather have a katana than this system, because fleshed out, this system, this mechanic that this character currently has, can be a lot more detrimental. I haven't added any larger costs aside from losing 1 stamina or 1 reason for summoning a persona. So, shrug. And then you could do a lot more. Like, I could make it so that you can't summon the same persona, which is a detriment. Even though... yeah, technically you can't do that, but I'm allowing it here because, again, I spent more time looking into a... I think it was a bug that I was running into, than actually making the thing here. So, if you can get 1 or 2, whoever appears first will be the thumbnail. And funny, so surprise, surprise, it's the one that I feel like I drew a lot better. Now, the other one, if you end up seeing it, I spent 20 to 30 minutes tops drawing it, so that's my excuse. That's not really an excuse, and there's more I could say on that. But as we take -2 all damage to the face, yeah, it's not my best drawing. The next one you'll see. This one's okay. Part of it is this character's design anyway, so shrug, right? But as you'll note here, Jack Frost disappears from my spell list because spell list, and well, I wanted to make it that way, and yeah. Now, I kind of wish that was Timeline B, but I would rather take the level up right now anyway, so... Now, keep in mind, we do have Zektast. We have enough ZST to survive, but I like bracing with this character, so, or at least with the mechanics I have now, so hey, we'll take Survival Instinct. because the other two personas I added, even though they're not named, they're just Persona 3 and Persona 4 named. But one of them allows recovery outside of battle as well. And the moment you use the persona, it disappears. Unless you're in battle, question mark? I think it was only if you're outside of battle. Which is something you can specify in Perm. Again, here's your occasional reminder that this is using Perm, the provisional extensional... forgot the rest of the name. Gosh dang it me. I'm going to look it up really quickly. Help! Oops. Oh my sweet goodness. Oh, I can't spell. Anyway, we got strength there, by the way. But... yeah, provisional extended runtime modding. Mod. You get the point. That's what it stands for. So when I say perm, that it stands for that long name. But anywho. Persona. So yeah. I added another persona again. A lot of them, if I were to completely flesh out this mechanic with like at least half a dozen or like over a dozen persona at minimum, then a lot of them would be like this, where they will deal damage and have bonus damage against certain types. Some of them having more than one, some of them just having one. But yeah, I don't know whether to make it 3 or 4 and to keep it kind of question mark balanced. But as we continue on here, I'm just going to throw kicks to the wind, because no matter what, we're out next turn. But in the next turn, we get to summon another persona anyway. And if it's Persona 3, that would be nice, because yeah, this one is the one that allows me to recover 1 to 3 stamina. Of course, the cost is that I lost 1 stamina or 1 reason. So as you'll note here, I can't really recover reason. And I probably would be, if nothing, a very small amount of persona I would allow to recover reason in World of Horror. Shrug! So as we just kind of wander around here, this is a stamina encounter, so I don't really mind. Now, just to keep in mind, do I lose this persona here? I do. I should make it... No, I should make it do that. The reason why I would leave it like that is because if I don't, then you can take the persona out of battle and then recover 1 more time, because that's how it would refresh. Also, why are we so slow? Drenched. Okay, well. Anywho. I did summon a persona, right? Now, keep in mind, okay, I'll just do it here, and yeah, this is not the best drawing. I did what I did with the time I had. Obviously, you could be a lot better than this, but hey. But, yeah, just to also keep testing, you can't use persona twice on the turn, whether it's a recovery persona into a combat persona, so on and so forth. You get the point. Anyway, moving on. I should have actually summoned another one, but... if we get stamina out of this, that would be nice. We didn't, so we pretty much just broke even there. In that case, yes, I could make costing the evoker. I could make the evoker cost 2 stamina or 2 reason, just so that you don't break even and just get things for free. But on the other side of that is what happens when you add more persona. The chance of you getting a persona that would recover you in World of Horror would be a lot lower. So that's why I don't really mind. Yeah, that's right. I don't really mind. Now, I could also make it so that persona don't... like, one of the downsides is that you could summon a persona that does no damage to certain enemies or enemy types. That's something basically I would probably do if I were to flesh out this mechanic more. But again, this is more kind of for proof of concept. You could definitely add a lot more helpful UI or support UI in terms of, like, at the beginning of the run, you can say, oh yeah, with the evoker, it will summon a persona, because even though the gun... you can put descriptions on the gun, but there's only so much you can fit in without kind of de-immersifying the player, along with other stuff. So... as we continue onward here, Drench should fall off, right? Yeah, Drench does fall off, and we are going to find out if he can survive. 2 mysteries left with 29% Doom is very, 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 very good. Again, this character is quite powerful as he is now. And theoretically speaking, you could also give this... oh, I should have kept that flashlight. You can give this mechanic, quote-unquote, to other characters of the series. Now, I would normally give them to a certain... game of the series, because other ones like the character I played before this one in this series, he can function just fine, you know, without persona. So did I really miss 2 90% out of 3? I should have popped this evoker sooner. If we get damage, it's fine. Yeah, we get bonus damage now, so I'll take it. But we do actually want to brace here so we don't lose more Doom, and then next turn we're out guaranteed. Now, at this point, I probably could add a cost to Persona as well. That way, that would include the other half of the evoker use. Because you are essentially spending. Oh, you are essentially spending. I lost Doom for no reason. resources to use Persona as well. So in this case, it would probably be another 1 stamina, 1 reason. That being said, though, because it's a free attack, I don't really see it the same as... Actually, I wouldn't I? Because we can think about spells in Roll of 4 and how number efficient they are. I think it's just that you lose so much more reason, or whatever their cost is, than most other things. In fact, to prove the point, I'm going to actually enter this boss fight. Well, let's level up first. I'm going to pretend like I wasn't going to take this boss fight, but we're going to increase strength here. And then we are going to purposely run into Amy. If I die here because of this, so be it. I was going to plan to throw the bottle of water in this case. Allow me that much. But if we evoke her here, we're going to hope we don't lose reason. We did lose reason. This is an Eldritch enemy though, right? So perfect. Again, I would not have Persona usually doing bonus damage to 2 types. I would probably just leave it to 1. That way you're kind of still rolling the die. Keep in mind, this character can also use a weapon on top of things, so, yeah. But, as we sit here, I think I actually die here. We're gonna find out. So I'm gonna throw this bottle, and... Actually, yeah, you keep the Persona here for the moment, so... What instead we can do is, if we guarantee this kick, let's trade off some stamina. And I think I'm okay. This is stamina, right? Yeah, I think I'm okay. We'll Desperate Struggle next turn. Probably could have done it this turn if I really needed to, but I don't think I needed to. So, without further ado, yeah, 8 damage plus another, like, 16 damage on a Desperate Struggle is pretty good. Just a little above Army Knife, so that's where I'm kind of looking. That's how I tuned the numbers, now that I remember it. So that if you Desperate Struggle with kicks, it's not as bad. Now, if you have a weapon, sure, but then you're spending Doom to get the weapon. So that's why I didn't really consider it. Again, this is fully aware of the fact that this character is quite powerful as he is right now. So, shrug, right? But we're going to visit the History Club twice just to look for anything. That would be interesting, but no. So, in fact, instead, I'm going to take the Ritual Mask. We're going to take the Zectast stat hit, and off we go. In fact, I should actually rest here. If I don't have Fetid Fume, yeah, let's actually rest here. There's no reason to risk our HP here. We'll rest 3 times and move on our way. Again, even if Zectast penalizes us, we should be okay. Now, I'll lose 8 strength for it, but we'll still be okay, because I can just rest at the lighthouse and be done with this run. So with an average character, I probably would have had a lot of a harder time. We'd probably be at about, like, 64, 66% Doom, and that's considering either running away or resting, extra rest because of damage that I could have not taken, or damage I would have taken without this mechanic, basically. Now, unfortunately, we didn't get a damaging Persona, so and that sounds kind of odd because there are, I think, maybe instead of a few, but I want to say all Persona have some kind of a offensive ability or spell, but maybe I'm wrong about that. Anyway, I was supposed to evoke her again. I wasted a turn. You do want to be using this basically every turn though, so shrug, right? But at this point, I think we just take, yeah, we just get out. Question mark? Do we? No. Well, if it isn't my own hubris. This isn't enough, so we do have to brace one more time. We have painkillers, but we definitely could have avoided this. And the way I would have definitely avoided this was actually grabbing a weapon, but shrug, right? So we don't need to just do this, but I'm going to do it just to feel fancy. And then we can pop Persona 3 right here. We only healed 1 stamina, so if it cost me 1 stamina, we didn't get anything. We got drenched as well. That's not good to see, but shrug. And then, yeah, we're going to... If we don't level up, we will level up, but I might want to take stamina instead, depending on how high our Doom is. Again, I could just run away from enemies. I was just fighting enemies kind of to prove the point that is, this character is quite strong as he is right now. Now, that doesn't mean we can't zero stat now that we have brain damage. Wow, what a time to be alive. But we can still fight these enemies relatively okay. So really I'm taking 2 HP's worth of damage here. And because this is a monster type enemy, we actually deal bonus damage. And I think we get out. Yeah, we get out. Again, keep in mind that... oh, this is not guaranteed, by the way. Keep in mind that, again, if I were to flesh out this mechanic one more time, I'll say it one more time, then most Personas would only have 1 effective damage type. So, even though that's not true actually in lore, again, this is for the sake of Roll of 4 balance. This is reason, right? Never mind. We need to level up quick. We're about to level up anyway, but would have been nice to keep it. Brain damage really did a number on me. It would have been nice to get the knowledge perk. We did not. So instead, yeah, because then I could have increased strength instead of doing what I am doing here. Fine. Oh, I should have actually thrown funds. I'm going absolutely insane now. But as we climb this lighthouse, as long as, yeah, I was about to say, as long as it's not time skip. So essentially time skip would have been 2 to 3 all damage to me. So it's nice that we didn't run into that. But we still have the second encounter check. So effectively we're at 82% doom. And I can rest about 5 times. Yeah, that should be more than enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Take things out just to be certain. And off we go. The flashlight, I think it's slot B, but it just needs to be in inventory to act as a light source. And we'll feel cool, hopefully. Let's see here. I actually need to get this right. So I think I did shuttles. No, I did arms. I did arms second. Yeah, I did arms second. I did doubt myself. I thought goal second. Because, yeah, I took shuttle first because I was like, oh, there's not really a boss. There might be something you fight, but meh. But otherwise, as we sit here, we have enough reason. I can toss this flashlight as well. But we can also persona. So vampire monster, and then we just go for the... Can we actually go for the thing? I can throw the ritual mask. I can do that. I think, yeah, we still have to go for 3 kicks. So we'll go for it. We missed an attack, and that is unfortunate. But Takshisan has been calculated into our calculations, so redundant use of word, but you get the point. As long as I get this right. So I forgot. I thought I already did the second encounter check. So who did I fight second? I did. Oh, we're on Cult? No, I was about to say Cult member. Where does that come from? Now I don't remember actually. So we did arms second. We did shuttle, but we did not fight the taxi driver, I believe. Did we? It can't be the Grey Seer. I don't think it's the Thousand-Eyed Centipede either. Grey Seer is the goal, and is a goal-specific enemy. I think the Centipede is a general enemy somewhere, but I don't remember, so I'm going to flip a coin. Hey! Well, flip a coin. It could have been. It was actually 33% because I wasn't sure about the bottom left option, but hey, we survived the run again with the advantages we had. So again, if this character ever does become more fleshed out because I just chose to do so, so be it. But again, also to note that this character was made by someone else. So yeah, I pulled him directly off the Discord server. I'll probably move on to the female version, and yeah, we'll see you in the next episode. Without further ado, if you have anything to say, you know what to do. Otherwise, thank you for watching. I'll see you later. Bye!